your approach at all?
Well, you certainly knew when you were looking opposite somebody who had a skill set and a talent level that was going to challenge you for the full 48-minute game. And obviously, it raised the level of intensity. Your interest was piqued, and you want to show out against the best players. So certainly on the night you know you're going against an all-star type player, believe me, it's personal.
They take the challenge. All great players do. They want the challenge, don't they?
No doubt.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Garnett out there with Horford. Then it's Damian Lillard. And there's Bryant. And it's Dragic in at the one spot. Here's Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Well, that's where you see the IQ of Klay Thompson, a step ahead of everyone else. A beautiful delivery.
Bryant against Bird. The drive by Bryant. Horford high post. Lillard from outside. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
Now here's Thompson. And Horford pulls it down.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, certainly a disappointing result, but they'll live with the shot. They'll take that every time.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
It takes nice touch that close to the rim. And Klay Thompson, yes, he's got that in his game too.
And not too long ago, Doris, the Celtics put up the most shots in the league 2 years in a row. But last season, they were 25th in that category.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They became a different type of team 1 year ago. There was more movement, more sharing of the basketball. They went deeper into the shot clock on almost every possession. And that made it harder for defenses to key in on any one individual.
Now, Gobert, after the missed three from Goran Dragic. And Gobert kicks to Williams. 4 on the shot clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And here's Bird from the arc. A rebound by the Lakers.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
Outside Dragic. Garnett the pass to Kobe. And a new group in for the Celtics. Leitner's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Nance comes in for Serge Ibaka. Doncic is checked in for Thompson. And it's McKee in for Jason Williams. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Augustine against McKee. Shot clock at 5. Lakers shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
Only 71% from the line last season. And rest assured they're hoping to bring those numbers up this year.
The free throw drops for Augustine. Good on both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And McKee kicks to Bird. Shot from the low block. Count it. Good.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Lakers on top, leading by a point. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game along with it.
It never occurred to me that I'd be shooting threes at this rate and doing some of the things that I'm doing. But it's just the way that the game has evolved.
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Lakers here so far, guys.
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here. through the first period.
And this is why coaches say be aggressive. As long as you're playing smart, good things tend to happen, even if you're on the road.
We've got McKee, Young out there with Nance. Then there's Doncic, and it's Leitner in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Williams against Nance. And that one's good. Leitner. Of course, we've seen how much organizations set the tone, set the culture from the top on down. What common traits have you seen among successful team owners?
Well, boy, oh boy, so many, I think. Obviously, there has to be some level of financial commitment. You have to be willing to hire good talent. You have to be willing to hire coaches that you believe either developmentally are going to have a bright future, or if you're hiring an experienced coach with championship pedigree, are you willing to pay those types of positions? What is your commitment to the non-traditional aspects that we've seen take a more informed role in how decisions are made? What is your analytics department made up of? What is your nutrition, your strength and conditioning, your training program? Are you hiring top-level professionals across the board? And then to me, it's always about, there's a great quote that says, any organization is defined by the worst behavior tolerated at the top of the leadership position.
And the Lakers with possession here. Hit by the Celtics. Augustine against McKee. Just 5 to shoot. Williams kicks to Ferrell. It's tipped.
And not exactly quick off the floor, but Luka uses great anticipation to make defensive plays.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Leitner. Baca comes in for Young. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Larry Nance. And it's Williams in for McKee. And then for the Lakers, Zubac is checked in for Randall. And Kobe is subbed in for Ferrell. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season.
Entonces a jugar a uno Klay Thompson y a dos a Larry.
Arguing with officials.
Buscar para la próxima. Entonces la jugada de lo que te digo, se puede jugar.
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. Bird, he checked in for Doncic. And then for Los Angeles, Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Perkins. Damian Lillard comes in for Williams. And it's Dragic in for Augustine. And Lillard kicks to Dragic. This one for 3. Good on the triple. Dragic has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
It really is, Greg. These squads are evenly matched. They are going at it right now.
Now here's Thompson. Back to Williams. Ibaka with a screen on Dragic.
Vamos arriba. Okay, vamos arriba.
Out to Thompson. Screen by Ibaka. Second chance shot. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Boy, the quick release of Klay Thompson in the face of great contest. That is pretty.
Tie game in Boston. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think of your team's energy in the first half?
I think the energy's fine. I thought we did look a little gassed at the end of that first stint for some of our starters, but I thought for the most part it was good.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello! You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here at this beautiful table. This is
Pegados esos juegos hoy. ¿Qué es lo que está pasando?
It is. It's, I think it's teak. There's Shaq. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. They battled hard in the second quarter, and it was reflected on the scoreboard. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
They were really efficient on offense. Shared the basketball well, great shot selection. That accounted for a high field goal percentage in the first half.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
Well, you want to try to hold your opponent under 50% shooting. That has not happened.
And that does it for our...
Si da tiempo,
And as we return, we get a look at the Boston skyline. Those drone cameras are really something. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. And no doubt Brad Stevens, one of the most respected young coaches in the NBA. Doors, he doesn't try to coach around foul trouble.
You know what I love about Brad Stevens is he's always trying to question the norm, meaning he doesn't want to do something simply because that's the way it's always been done. So just because a guy has 2 fouls doesn't mean he automatically takes him out. I like that kind of out-of-the-box thinking.
Starting off the second half, here's Luke Walton's 5. They've got Bryant. Garnett out there with Horford. Then there's Dragic, and it's Lillard in at the 2. Dragic, and the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
Getting the half off to a good start here already with some penetration.
I got to believe that's something they talked about during the break. Getting him some good looks in the paint away.
Bird against Bryant. Screen by Ibaka. To the paint. 5 to shoot. And Dragic with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break. And it's a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Here's Thompson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Thompson's got 6. We now have rules, Doors, that protect shooters from defenders stepping underneath them. But what about when the defender leaves his feet and the offensive player steps underneath and tries to draw the foul?
Well, I think one of the things that we have to look at is, okay, we certainly do not want the defender to have unnatural movements which place him underneath the feet of the shooter, because that's where injuries can happen. On the other side of the equation, and this has become problematic to me, you see far too many shooters either jump unnaturally outside of what should be a straight up and down shooting motion, or guys who kick their legs sideways in an attempt to draw contact and fall over. But Kev, this is where officiating is about feel, touch, and vision.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, of course, there's no shortage of storylines in Los Angeles. Now, last season, some people thought that Lakers coach Luke Walton had lost his players, and the front office seemed slow to come to his defense. Now, Walton was a high-profile hire from Golden State in 2016. And you wonder if the Lakers will remain committed to their young coach if they can't start winning more regularly. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Feeds it to Dragic. And there it is for him. He's got 9.
And the execution has just been off defensively here in the second. Play after play, it's almost as if they're a step slow.
Williams against Dragic. And here is Williams. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Thompson with the bucket.
You simply cannot relax when you're playing Klay Thompson. Catch and shoot the release too quick.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Lakers lead by 3. And
cuando yo tenga la bola me la pide tiempo.
we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Tú no, tú vas a poner entonces ahora que busquen este cuarto.